Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the Fuse so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam with
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another beer review. It is St. Patrick's Day. Happy St. Patrick's Day. For those of you celebrating, hopefully everyone is having a safe and responsible Sunday afternoon. I am really pumped because one of my dreams has finally come true. The good folks at Monkish Brewing in Torrance, California have brewed a West Coast style IPA. Finally, I've been asking for it forever. And they did it as an homage to one of my favorite beers, and everything about this is amazing. This is Blind Pug, and that label is so great. It says here on the side of the label, it says, "Many thanks to Vinny and Natalie at Russian River Brewing Company for letting us name this beer as an ode to a legend." Blind Pig is one of my favorite beers of all time. It is a 7.5% IPA, I think just like this one. Yep, 7.5%. 500 milliliter bottles. I think Monkish said they got a new bottling line and they decided to christen it by doing a West Coast IPA. This beer was crazy. They were doing a 12 bottle limit. You could get a case of it, much like when you go to Russian River, you can get cases of Pliny and Blind Pig. I think you can get cases of Blind Pig. It used to be 6 bottles per person. I think with the new brewery, they're pumping out a ton of beer, so you could probably get more than a case now. But yeah, this is awesome. I love everything about this. I love the 500 milliliter bottle. I love the label. I love everything about it. It's fire. I don't think this is the exact same recipe. I think they use different hops. I can't remember. But back to this beer, it was a case limit, and they sold them for $6 a bottle. I think that's exactly what Blind Pig is sold for too at the brewery at Russian River. So these beers are available. People got tons of them. So I'm guessing you'd be able to trade for this no problem. I don't see why you wouldn't. It didn't sell out. I don't think the first, actually it might have taken the whole night for it to sell out, but I was talking to Craig and he was like, hey, if you want some Blind Pug, let me know. So he was saying people were walking out of the brewery with cases of this beer, which is awesome. That is an amazing thing. So in a time and day and time where, what are we trying to say? In the era of people standing in line and getting like 2 4-packs, it's cool that they were able to brew a big enough batch of beer where you could get a case of bottles. So let's get into this one. 7.5%. I think we already said that. West Coast style IPA. We're going to use our green hop Monkish glass because I figured that would be appropriate for St. Patrick's Day. I'm not Irish. I don't need any excuses to drink. Everyone uses this day as an excuse to drink. What are we making excuses for? Let's have a beer. I did a review, I think it was back in December. I drank Blind Pig, so it's been a couple months since I've had it. But I was talking about how it's back in Southern California. It's finally getting distributed again. I wish I had a bottle to like drink side by side by this, but I don't. Such is life. But I'm interested to see how this beer is. I'm really excited to see Henry's interpretation of a West Coast IPA. So there's a chill haze on that, but it is crystal clear. It looks darker on camera. It's like that cool kind of straw yellow color. Awesome finger of fluffy bright white head. It looks amazing in that proper glassware. I love West Coast IPA. I'm so stoked. Chevronet's in it. Yeah, so this smells like a freaking awesome West Coast IPA. It's got that like cool dank thing. It's biscuity, it's bready, but there's this cool tropical fruity component to it. It is floral, but it's like, I mean, it's got when you smell West Coast IPA, it's got that classic like grapefruit orange kind of a thing, but there's also like kind of a sweet tangerine thing. There's a little bit of like that mango going on, maybe like a tiny bit of like a sweet kind of pineapple, but this is West Coast. This smells amazing. It's warm today. I just got back from my youngest son's baseball game. I think it was like 80 degrees today, so my mouth is absolutely salivating just smelling this. It even has that cool kind of like lemon limey thing. It smells, I know crisp is a bad descriptor, but it smells crisp and clean. It just smells refresh. It smells like I want to chug this. So let's go ahead and taste it. Craig, cheers. Thank you, sir. And happy St. Patrick's Day. As soon as that beer goes in your mouth, you can feel the like bitterness biting at your tongue. Fucking awesome. This beer is crushable. There is a killer pithy citrus peel that it hits the outside like of your tongue and just digs into it for a little bit, and it gets that awesome like West Coast dankness. I love that. It's got the classic, like I said, what you're smelling. You get that pithy kind of grapefruity, orange peely thing, but it has like this cool like clementine kind of tangerine sweet citrus thing like right on the middle of your tongue. That floral thing that you smell definitely carries over. This finish is super dry. It is that bone dry finish. It's got that cool biscuity kind of bready thing on the finish that balances out all those hops. This is, I mean, I don't have a bottle of Blind Pig. This is what I think of when I think of Russian River beer. It's crazy drinkable for the ABV. It doesn't drink like a 7.5% beer. It doesn't feel heavy on your palate, but you're getting all those rad West Coast elements of it. This beer needs to be, I don't think they're going to be using that bottling line for hops. I think it's going to be sours and Belgians and stouts and all that stuff, but Henry needs to, he doesn't watch these videos. If anyone watching this is close with Henry, tell him this beer needs to be in cans at least monthly. Has to. This needs to be in the regular rotation. This is a fantastic break from all the hazy beers that they do. I mean, all they do is hazy beers. And they're starting to do a bunch of lactose, fruity beers and all that nonsense. This needs to be at least once a month. This has to be in cans. Has to. This beer is absolutely magical. I love this. I love me some West Coast IPA. I love sub 8% beers right now. For as warm as it is, this beer is just doing it for me. It's hitting the spot. It would have been fun to do like a side-by-side with Blind Pig. I can't tell you, like just off the top of my head, if this tastes like Blind Pig. I mean, it reminds me of a Russian River beer, so they nailed that part of it. But this is absolutely fantastic. I love this. I love that bitterness that's just hanging out on my tongue. And it just, that kind of tropical fruity, don't think juicy, just think tropical fruity. All those flavors that you're getting, they kind of hang out right on the back of your palate. And it just mixes perfect with all like that bitterness and the dankness and that kind of lemon limey thing. It's just, it's an insanely drinkable 7.5% beer. This is fire. I love this. Love, love, love this. I wish I would have got a case of this, but I didn't. Such is life. Hopefully they can this a bunch. Hopefully this is offered all the time. If you're into West Coast IPA, absolutely seek this out. Like I said, it was 12 bottles per person. You can get this. This is not going to trade big. It's a $6 bottle of beer. Go ahead and go get it. You'll love it. You won't be disappointed. Craig, I love you. Thank you so much for sharing this. That was Blind Pug from Monkish Brewing. That label is so freaking awesome. So yeah, if you guys have had it, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. What are your thoughts these days on West Coast IPA? Are you guys getting juiced out? Hopefully, you know, we're gonna make hoppy beers like this come back. We need clear beer again. It needs to happen. So I'm out here, guys. Enjoy your St. Patrick's Day. I'll see you guys very soon. Cheers.
Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the Fuse so I can bring bad news to all